loves that they can trust the person closest to them. That's a big deal, right? It's an absolute big deal. Here's point number 2. That communication rooted in truth protects trust. But truth is a big deal. Trust is a big deal. You know, it's interesting when we talk about, I think I've talked about this before, but it's interesting how trust, as we think that trust is kind of these big things, that we lay out maybe these rules in our marriages or relationship, and it's like, you can't do these specific big things or else that breaks my trust. Yes, that's reality, that's true. But it's also the little things. It's also when I tell my wife that I'm going to take out the trash and I don't, and I keep doing that over and over and over again, do you think she's going to trust me to take out the trash the next time she asks? No. It might seem something so small, but it actually affects trust. If she says, hey, I've asked you to do this over and over and over again, and you haven't done it, then I've actually broken trust in that area. And so it is a big deal. As the word declares, let my yes be yes and my no be no. If I say, yes, I'm going to get it done, I better go get it done. That's the point here. And so trust is a big factor in our relationship. So would you say that one of the most important things, again, in your relationship is trust? Raise your hand if that's a big deal in a relationship in general. Come on, keep your hand up. Trust. Absolutely. That we trust one another. This goes for everything. Do we trust each other in every aspect of the relationships? And it's not even just relationships. It's your boss at work. Do you trust him? It's the church you go to. Do you trust it? Is it reliable? Your spouse, again, do you trust them? That communication is part of that trust factor. And if we don't communicate, trust will erode. If you and I are not communicating, trust will go away. We have to learn to communicate. Communication rooted in truth protects trust. In Ephesians 4:31, let's continue on. So he again talks about the Holy Spirit, grieving the Holy Spirit. Then he goes in 31 and says this, get rid of all bitterness, get rid of all rage, get rid of all anger, harsh words and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. So now Paul's bringing this list here, and he's saying this, get rid of all these things. Bitterness, out the door. Anger, gone. Rage, out the door. Harsh words, all of this we need to leave. So here's the truth. We know they're there, or else it wouldn't be written. We know that bitterness is a part of our life sometimes. We know that at times we have a heart that is angry. We know sometimes that we have a heart that is filled with rage. We know at times there's harsh words that want to come out. So he's saying these things are there, and clearly we need to get rid of them. So let's ask this. How in the world did they get there in the first place? How in the world did they get there in the first place? All these things listed happen over time. They happen over time. When you take a look at this list and you start to break it down, it takes time to become bitter. It takes time to get angry. It takes time to have rage. So the question is then, how did they show up? Probably because we didn't communicate that we were hurt in the first place. If all of a sudden I'm bitter, it's because I didn't say something. If all of a sudden I'm angry, it's because I didn't say something. If I'm filled with rage, it's because I didn't deal with it. And now I allowed it to build up in my heart and in my life. The reality is, you hurt me and I didn't say anything. Or I hurt you and you didn't say anything to me. And over time, what happens? Bitterness starts to come up in your heart. Bitterness. And then what? And then there's no trust anymore. How can I trust you? I'm bitter towards you. You hurt me. You wronged me. And though we can point the finger at the other person, I'm going to ask you to point it back and say, but did you communicate that you were hurt?